Blackmailed by his younger sister, the older brother plays the otome game, criticizing its characters and gameplay. Upon completion, he leaves his apartment but loses his footing on the staircase, falling to his death. Awakening in a younger body, he returns to his shabby home. His father punishes him publicly before their noble guests, Zola and her children, Rutart and Merce. That night, he discusses their poor living conditions with his older brother in their shed. They decide to study hard to qualify for marriage at the prestigious academy, hoping to improve their lives. Memories of the otome game flood back. He realizes he's trapped in the game's world, now named Leon Fou Bartfort. 10 years pass. Leon recalls his family didn't appear in the original game, making him a mob character. To prepare for potential game events, he kept a detailed journal and maintained his physical fitness. Despite his initial plans, his ambitions fade. Zola arranges his marriage to a noble to clear a debt, threatening conscription and likely death on the battlefield if he refuses. Leon asks his father for a boat. The next day, he sails to a location from the game's protagonist's storyline. A sudden maelstrom sends him to an uncharted island with an abandoned spaceship. Inside, he defeats a sentry bot and finds an ID card belonging to Josie Moon. It grants him access to a docking bay housing an ancient warship guarded by a giant robot. The robot asks for the current year, confirming its fear that the battle was lost. It explains that a new breed of humans capable of using magic destroyed an old civilization. As a remnant of the old order, the robot aims to eliminate these new humans. During their battle, Leon fires his short sword's hidden projectile at the robot's eye, causing it to malfunction. The robot, now known as Luxion, notes Leon's old human traits. Leon names the ship Luxion and collapses from exhaustion. Back home, Zola chastises Leon for squandering his marriage opportunity, assuming he ran away. Leon's father argues it's too soon to conclude he's dead. 3 months after his disappearance, Leon returns with abundant treasures and Luxion, the floating orb. With his newfound wealth and ship, Leon rejects the arranged marriage and enrolls in the academy he once longed to attend. Leon waters flowers, grinning as Luxion notes his cheerful mood, attributing it to Zola's dismay. An independent night, Leon discovers an uninhabited island fit for a baronet. Luxion suggests developing it into a hot spring tourist destination. Intrigued, Leon envisions the island's popularity. Ship robots commence construction with a 2-month completion estimate. At home, Leon learns that his father, Balkus, granted him the title of Baron. The island, suitable for a baronet, now requires a wife of equal rank to Zola. The news upsets Leon, who cries out in discontent. Leon stands before Holfort Academy, amazed. He contemplates his tasks and the game's start. A lady orders her servant to carry luggage. The prince's entourage arrives, followed by Angelica and her servants. Leon hopes to remain a simple mob character. He spots Julius being slapped by an unfamiliar young lady. The dialogue echoes the game, but the lines belong to Olivia, the protagonist. In his room, Leon ponders the girl's familiarity. Luxion returns from the city, noting his technological superiority and the need for magic research. Leon reveals he's studying tea parties. They exchange banter. Leon discusses potential wealthy girlfriends with Daniel and Raymond. They admit their lack of leads, with Daniel's tea party plan falling flat. Meanwhile, Julius and Jilk are surrounded by fawning women, eager for their upcoming tea party. Angelica approaches Julius, inquiring about his tea party, but he brushes her off for Marie, the girl from earlier. In class, the master instructs on tea party etiquette. Leon's casual attitude earns him a scolding that brings him to tears. Determined, Leon hosts his own tea party, inviting a baroness. She arrives with an entourage of friends and servants, merely passing time until Brad's tea party. Upon leaving, they criticize Leon's subpar refreshments. Leon witnesses Olivia, the game's protagonist, being bullied. Though hesitant to involve himself in the game's plot, he invites her for tea. Unlike his previous guests, Olivia is polite and modest. She confides in Leon her desire to study magic, but struggles with the Academy's unspoken rules. Leon recommends his older sister, Jenna, for guidance. Jenna grudgingly advises Olivia to secure tea party invitations with expensive snacks as bribes. With Leon's support, Olivia attends Angelica's tea party, armed with high-quality treats. The two bond over shared experiences and express their gratitude for Leon's thoughtfulness. They appreciate his genuine kindness, setting him apart from other students. During exploration class, Leon finds Daniel and Raymond absent, leaving him to face the prince's entourage alone. Before the class begins their assignment, Leon witnesses a brief dispute between Marie and Angelica, with Julius intervening. Olivia informs Leon about Marie's background, and Jilk and Greg support Julius's favoritism towards Marie. Olivia finds the assignment objective, a crystal, but they are soon attacked by ant monsters. Leon defeats them using a sword crafted by Luxion and kills a monkey monster that bites his arm. Wounded, Leon faces more ants, but the prince's entourage and Marie arrive, followed by Angelica and her escorts. They witness the entourage handle the ants. Seeing Julius's wounded arm, Marie heals it with magic. When Angelica tries to check on him, Julius leaves with Marie. Olivia notices Leon's wound and heals it with her own magic. 3 girls burn Marie's belongings in a furnace. Julius, accompanied by Jilk, confronts Angelica, demanding to know if she is responsible. Angelica denies any involvement, but Julius insists that the culprits claim to act under her orders. He warns her to stay away from Marie and himself as well within the academy. Meanwhile, Leon, Daniel, and Raymond discuss the recent engagements of several wealthy students. They note that the girls who were engaged were kind to them, leaving only those with unpleasant personalities still available. Been there. Leon shares his frustration as his tea party invitations are continually ignored. The conversation shifts to the recent bullying of Marie, Julius's love interest, with Angelica rumored to be the ringleader. Leon recalls that in the original game, Julius's anger towards Angelica occurred much later. In the library, Leon and Olivia discuss these events. Olivia asks Leon if he's attracted to girls like Marie. Leon responds with an awkward expression, denying any interest. Olivia then recalls a courtyard encounter with Marie, who told her, "I hate girls like you." Recognizing the phrase from the game, Leon hears a noise nearby. He goes to investigate, with Olivia following close behind. They discover Brad and Marie kissing in a secluded spot. Marie walks down a hallway, delighting in her recent victories. Julius and Jilk approach her, asking if she has a personal servant. Due to her financial struggles, she doesn't, so they offer to hire one for her. Marie is thrilled at the prospect of owning a demi-human slave. Angelica learns of this from her friends and is dismayed that Julius favors Marie over her. Jenna enters Leon's room, asking about Marie. Leon shares what he knows, and Jenna inquires if he was involved in Marie's bullying. Leon denies it. Jenna warns him that the prince's favor could make or break his future, and cautions him not to embarrass himself. Alone, Leon reflects on the semester's end. Luxion notes Leon's enjoyment and lack of engagement. They banter, and Leon asks for information on Marie and Angelica, but Luxion refuses to divulge their measurements. At a party, Julius, Marie, Angelica, Daniel, Raymond, and Leon attend. The 3 boys vow to find girlfriends, but face rejection. Olivia informs Leon of an altercation between the prince's entourage and Angelica. Angelica accuses Marie of touching another's hand. The prince and his entourage profess their love for Marie, inciting the crowd. Angelica challenges Marie to a duel. Leon recalls this as the duel event from the game. Julius and his friends offer to champion Marie. Kyle, Marie's servant, also volunteers. With no one supporting Angelica, Leon steps in to avoid her predetermined fate. She accepts his help. Leon sets the duel stakes. Marie must stay away from Julius if Angelica wins. Marie carelessly repeats a line from the game, which Leon notes. He chooses an armored battle in the Colosseum as the duel method. After a brief scuffle with Greg, Jill confirms the method. Leon proposes 5 one-on-one rounds against the entourage. Julius warns Leon, but Leon throws down the gauntlet again, goading Julius to pick it up. The next day, Marie fumes in her room, frustrated that Leon, a mere mob character, is disrupting her plans. Leon discovers his room vandalized by Daniel and Raymond, coerced by peers. Luxion recorded the incident and reveals bets are placed against Leon in the duel. To counter this, Leon requests 500 platinum coins from Luxion. Angelica asks Leon to withdraw from the duel, fearing loss of face and severe family reprimands. Leon admits he's not seeking favor, but retribution against the pretentious entourage. He reminds Angelica that she initiated the challenge, catching her off guard. He assures her that the entourage is only strong academically. On duel day, Leon dons a suit prepared by Luxion. Olivia wishes him luck, but admits she didn't bet on him, believing gambling is wrong. At the arena, Leon faces a disdainful crowd, but is pleased to see Daniel and Raymond bet on him. Aragon's, Leon's battle mech, arrives, met with ridicule. Leon simply smiles. As the crowd mocks Leon's mech, he reassures Angelica that everything will be fine. Angelica explains to Olivia that Leon's mech is a lost item and shares its history. Before the duel, Leon asks Luxion about the mech's name. Luxion avoids the question but admits the name suits Leon perfectly. Brad, Leon's first opponent, acts boastfully. Leon recalls Brad's information and insults him and his mech. Leon retrieves his shovel-like Blade 1. The referee has both state their names, and the duel begins. Brad strikes first. Leon dodges swiftly and knocks Brad out with a single hit. The referees declare Leon the winner. Despite the audience's lukewarm response, Master applauds Leon's victory, moving him. The next round starts with Greg facing Leon. They introduce themselves to the referee. Luxion analyzes Greg's mech, noting numerous repairs and extensive battle experience. Greg taunts Leon, attributing his victory over Brad to armor, not skill. Leon retorts, suggesting Greg prefers verbal duels and tea parties. The duel commences. Greg attacks relentlessly with his spear, but Leon defends and gains the upper hand, criticizing Greg's nonsensical pride. Leon disarms Greg and tears off his mech's chest plate, exposing Greg in the pilot seat. Greg exits his mech, demanding a face-off. Leon refuses, expressing no pleasure in bullying the weak. Oh, get a man when he's down. He chastises Greg and his friends for their lack of self-awareness. Greg futilely attacks Leon's mech. The referee intervenes, declaring Leon the winner. Chris challenges Leon, vowing to fight seriously. Leon agrees, and the referee starts the duel. Leon deploys drones, overwhelming Chris with rapid fire. Chris, agitated, accuses Leon of unfair tactics. Leon dismisses the complaint, stating he hasn't fought seriously yet. Chris breaks free and attacks, but Leon easily snaps his sword. Leon mocks Chris, suggesting he brag to Marie about his efforts. The crowd is shocked. Jill grows anxious. Jill sends Jenna to relay a message to Angelica, who urges Leon to forfeit the next round due to health concerns. Leon declines, feeling fine. Out of sight, Luxion reports that Jenna planted bombs on Leon's mech under Jilk's orders. Luxion assures Leon that the bombs won't affect his advanced mech. At the duel's start, Jilk uses a smokescreen and fires an anti-magic armor bullet, but it fails. He detonated the bombs on Leon's mech to no effect. Jilk now pleads with Leon to reconsider, warning of consequences if he opposes Julius. Leon disregards the warning and defeats Jilk. Marie is frustrated by the losses, but Julius assures her he will win. Julius steps onto the arena. Before they start, Leon asks Julius his opinion of Olivia. Julius responds indifferently. The final duel begins. The audience cheers for Julius, jeering at Leon. The referee starts the duel. Julius attacks immediately. Leon defends, noting Julius's superior armor. Luxion's comment about the audience's opinion annoys Leon as it echoes their disdain for him. Leon taunts Julius about his entourage's affection for Marie. They debate Angelica's feelings, but Julius favors Marie, expressing disdain for his royal birth. Leon shares his past misfortunes, resonating with some boys in the crowd. Julius reaffirms his love for Marie, upsetting Angelica. Olivia speaks up for Angelica, but Julius remains obstinate, vowing to never be near Angelica again. Julius declares the duel will end in death. Leon taunts him, earning the crowd's disdain. Luxion notes Leon's intentional villainy. Enraged, Julius attacks, but ends up in Leon's grasp. Leon tries to reason with Julius about the consequences of choosing Marie over Angelica. Julius cares only for Marie. Leon knocks out Julius with an impact attack, winning the duel. Exiting his mech, Leon meets Olivia and Angelica. Angelica leaves to see Julius. Olivia warns Leon of the student's hatred. Unfazed, Leon considers transferring schools. Angelica visits bedridden Julius. They discuss their unrequited relationship. Julius admits he cares only for Marie. Angelica leaves, wishing them well. Leon meets with Angelica's father, Vince, and brother Gilbert to clean up the mess, quote-unquote. Vince agrees. Leon renounces his knight title and declines the barony offer. Gilbert asks Leon's motives for helping Angelica. Leon claims he did it for the kingdom, amusing Vince. Vince requests Angelica stay in the countryside. Leon walks down the hallway, satisfied with the outcome. He regrets not learning about tea from Master, Daniel, and Raymond, and not trying all the Academy's desserts. Time passes. Olivia and Angelica ride Leon's ship to his countryside home. Angelica regrets Leon's expulsion. Olivia reassures her, but Angelica remains bitter. Hidden, Leon and Luxion eavesdrop. At the Bartfort household, Luce informs Balkus about preparations for the Duke's daughter. Zola enters, reprimanding Balkus for Leon's actions. She's shocked to see Angelica, who introduces herself. Zola leaves. Leon shows Olivia and Angelica the land. They bathe and discuss Olivia's relationship with Leon. Later, they bond. Olivia asks to be called Livia, and Angelica, Angie. They discuss revenge against Marie. Leon and Olivia support Angie's endeavor. Marie learns from Julius that he and his entourage have been disinherited. Julius can no longer be with Marie, but his entourage vows to protect her and seek revenge against Leon. Marie is distraught. Her plans for an easy royal life shattered. Leon and Balkus meet a royal messenger. Leon faces no repercussions. Instead, his rank is raised to the upper sixth. He must stay at Holford Academy. Luxion informs Leon of Julius and his companions' dungeon adventures to earn money and train against him. Livia and Angie approach Leon, inviting him to a new crepe store they found. Students prepare for Holford Academy's Culture Festival. Leon directs Daniel and Raymond to set up a tea party. Livia arrives in a maid outfit, seeking Leon's approval. He compliments her. Angie enters, also in a maid outfit. She and Livia share a bonding moment over their attire. Leon tears up, moved by their friendship, but laments his mob character status prevents him from dating them. Jenna enters Leon's room with her butler, demanding to speak with him. Seated and served tea, Leon asks why she's there. Jenna explains she fought with a friend over a viscount. She tried to steal him but failed. She wants Leon to settle the matter, but Leon refuses, backed by Angie. Upset, Jenna leaves. Daniel and Raymond report an urgent problem next door. Julius and his entourage host a tea party next door, naming it Cafe Princess. Leon is left speechless by this revelation. Julius approaches Leon, mentioning he had heard about Leon's cafe for the Culture Festival. Julius invites Leon, enraging him with his haughty attitude. Livia is astonished by the cafe's exorbitant tea prices, which Julius credits to Marie's suggestion. Julius makes a disparaging comment before walking away, prompting Leon and his group to follow and investigate the cafe. Inside, they find a setting resembling a real-world host club. Brad comments on Leon's ignoble scouting, but Chris finds Leon's reaction worthwhile. The cafe was Marie's idea. Livia comments on the strangeness of the cafe, and Marie appears. Leon and Marie exchange insults, with Leon mocking the cafe's name. Marie suggests Leon turn his cafe into a break room for hers, but Leon firmly refuses, citing loyalty to his master. Standing outside with a sign, Livia tries to attract guests to Leon's cafe, but fails. Carla Fou Wayne approaches Livia, expressing interest in visiting the cafe. That night, Queen Mylene shows great interest in attending Leon's cafe. Leon motivates the boys and girls, though the boys are chagrined. A teacher informs Angie that the executive council wishes to speak with her. Later, Angie is assigned to escort Queen Mylene during the festival. Mylene apologizes for Julius's behavior towards Angie, who holds the queen in high esteem. Meanwhile, Leon and Livia watch a long line form for the Prince Cafe. A stern-looking lady and her group approach, demanding entry to Leon's cafe. Mylene arrives, hoping to cause playful trouble, but finds Leon being berated by the lady. Angie steps in, recognizing the lady as someone from the Offrey family, rivals to her own. Livia also intervenes, but the Offrey lady disparages Livia for being a commoner and reveals Angie's past remarks about commoners. Leon speaks up for Angie and is slapped by one of the Offrey's ladies' escorts. Mylene intervenes, but the Offrey lady, unaware of Mylene's true identity, refuses to leave. Leon smiles sinisterly, emitting a dark aura. Using magical enhancement, he beats up the Offrey lady's escorts and proclaims that she had been disparaging Queen Mylene. Despite Mylene's attempts to stop him, Leon takes full advantage of the situation. To defuse the situation, Angie summons Master, who emotionally reaches Leon. When Master leaves to prepare tea, Mylene chats with Leon. She warns that his duel with Julius was churlish, earning him enemies in the royal palace. She asks about his future plans, and Leon confirms he has thought about them. Mylene then asks Leon to help make memories with her. Leon, taking the request literally, asks her to marry him, flustering her. Julius arrives, punches Leon, and after a brief argument, knocks Leon into a trash can. Julius then escorts his mother to his own cafe. At Julius' cafe, Mylene discusses the outlandish prices and Julius's broken promise regarding the duel with Leon. She demands to see Marie, who is hiding behind a curtain, sweating profusely. Back at Leon's cafe, Leon laments that a mob character like him cannot interact with the queen. Carla enters, and though Leon turns her away, she spots Livia and asks to be introduced to Leon. Carla gets on one knee and requests Leon's help to save her family. In Leon's room, Luxion asks if Leon intends to help Carla. Leon confirms, citing Livia's involvement in setting up their meeting. Later, Daniel and Raymond note the awkward silence between Livia and Angie due to Stephanie's comments about Livia's stance with Angie. Leon decides to give them a break despite their cafe being in the red, confident they'll profit on the final day of the festival. Leon plans to enter the bike race at the festival's end. Angie, a committed member, notes the favorites are Dan, Fia, Elgar, and Jilk. Livia asks if Leon will attend, but they assume he'll bet on the race rather than participate. Marie, interested in the prize money, plans to win honestly due to past gambling debts. Kyle agrees to support her. What a sweet guy. With Luxion's help, Leon wins significant gambling money, worrying Livia and Angie about potential karmic backlash. After the race, Jilk is attacked by racers affiliated with Clarice, resulting in a broken bone. Clarice arrives, confirming she orchestrated the attack as revenge for Jilk leaving her. Leon notes Clarice is Jilk's ex-fiancée. An argument ensues between Clarice and Angie. Stopped by Dan, Clarice vows endless revenge on Jilk, who accepts the consequence but warns against harming Marie. Marie tries to reason with Clarice but is rebuffed. Leon notes Marie's similarity to his past life sister. After Clarice leaves, Angie suggests finding a substitute for Jilk. Marie proposes Leon, not for the prize money, but to have a first-year participant. Leon agrees, needing to repay a favor to Marie's father and brother. Leon chats with Luxion at the race stadium until Dan approaches. Dan mentions Clarice's past and refuses to let Leon off the hook, citing his lady's absolute orders. Dan leaves, and Luxion informs Leon that the bike modifications are complete. Leon expresses gratitude and anticipates winning the bets he placed on himself, eager to see the shock on those expecting him to lose. During the race, other racers attack Leon. The commentator, indebted to Leon, cheers the attackers on. From the VIP seating, Angie and Livia watch, concerned. Stephanie appears, disparaging Leon and his connection to Angie, which Angie denies. Livia stops the escalating confrontation, but Stephanie continues, insulting Livia as a commoner and recalling Angie's past disdain for commoners. Livia flees, leaving Angie self-conscious. Stephanie seizes the moment, insulting Angie again. Angie smacks Stephanie to the floor, starting a scuffle between them. Back at the race, Leon activates Luxion's boosters, taking out most racers, leaving only Dan. In the final stretch, Leon passes Dan but is terrified by his bike's speed. Leon wins, but his bike explodes midair. Dan saves Leon, joking about their mutual dislike for hot guys, quote-unquote. Leon relishes his winnings and forces Jilk to apologize to Clarice. Clarice smacks Jilk and severs ties with him. Dan thanks Leon on Clarice's behalf. Leon serves Clarice tea, offering motivating words before learning about Angie and Livia's situation and leaving promptly. Leon approaches Livia on a courtyard bench, discussing what he had heard from Angie. He shares his opinion on Livia and Angie's relationship, stating they'll be fine together, despite Angie losing followers post-duel. Though curt, Leon's words prompt Livia to talk to Angie again. Later, as Livia is about to visit Angie, Carla visits her instead. Carla visits Livia, asking her to mediate a meeting with Leon. Livia wants to refuse, but Stephanie appears, insisting Livia comply and threatening her. Stephanie disparages Livia, Angie, and Leon, forcing Carla to obey her or face her family's ruin. Livia defends her friends, but Stephanie pulls Livia's hair, revealing what Leon and Angie supposedly think of her. Stephanie finishes by declaring that Livia needs punishment. Leon tells Luxion about the sky pirates Carla asked him to eliminate, as they possessed the holy bracelet and holy necklace, essential for the protagonist's awakening as a saint. This event was expedited due to Stephanie's plot, driven by jealousy of Livia's success despite her commoner background. Leon admits he also angered Stephanie. Luxion questions Leon's priorities, noting little benefit from these events. Leon, a self-proclaimed mob character, quote-unquote, wants to avoid game events and conflicts with the prince's entourage. Luxion suggests Livia handle the pirates, but Leon argues she's not in the right state of mind. Luxion notes that Leon's overprotectiveness hinders Livia's growth. Leon asks Luxion if their ship, the Partner, is ready. Luxion confirms it. Carla and Livia join them then, with Livia carrying her luggage. Leon notices Livia's dour expression and deduces she failed to reconcile with Angie. Oh, come on guys, sort it out. Carla reveals she enlisted Brad and Greg to help with their quest. On the ship, Leon briefly interacts with Brad and Greg. It's revealed that Brad was once engaged to Carla and plans to use the pirates' bounties to help Marie. Greg also joined for the bounties and hopes to steal an armored vessel from the pirates. A heated exchange ensues between Brad and Greg, which Carla mediates. At the academy, Angie finds Livia's dorm door vandalized. Stephanie and her cohorts approach, claiming Angie is checking on her pet, who is out hunting pirates. Angie realizes Stephanie's involvement in the pirate plot and threatens her. Angie then leaves to warn Leon, concerned for Livia. Elsewhere, Julius discusses Leon's pirate hunt with his mother, Mylene. Julius wants to help, but Mylene refuses, frustrated by Julius's lack of understanding. On the ship, Leon wins a card game against Brad and Greg by cheating, aiming to take their money in exchange for passage. They discuss Stephanie's engagement to Brad and her bad reputation. Luxion alerts Leon to 2 incoming pirate ships. Brad and Greg are oblivious, so Leon volunteers to handle them. The pirates, the Winged Sharks, attack with 4 armored mechs. Leon, in his arrogance, reads up on the low-level pirate group. The pirate captain belittles arrogance, but is shocked when Leon defeats the vanguard team. Brad and Greg watch in awe, witnessing real combat. The pirates fail to retreat, and Leon's missiles destroy their barriers, forcing their surrender. With the pirates restrained on deck, Brad reflects on the warfare he witnessed and his past arrogance. Inside Aragon's cockpit, Luxion asks Leon why he didn't kill the pirates. Leon responds that it's a matter of mentality. Frustrated, Carla fails to contact the pirates in her room. Hoping to avoid blame, she plans to shift responsibility to Livia to save face with Leon. Afterward, the group is held at gunpoint by armed individuals. Conrad Fou Wayne, Carla's father, mediates the situation. Brad mentions Carla asked for their help with the Sky Pirates. Carla shifts the blame to Livia, who is too timid to speak up. Leon speaks on Livia's behalf, revealing Carla's culpability and bringing her to tears. Later on the ship, Luxion discusses the Sky Pirate events with Leon. Despite defeating the pirates, their main fleet remains, and they haven't acquired the holy necklace for Livia yet. Leon meets with Livia, who shares her thoughts and emotions, influenced by Stephanie's manipulations. A tearful Livia accuses Leon and Angie of treating her like a pet. Leon contemplates this with Luxion on the ship's deck. Luxion bluntly states that Leon has stunted Livia's mental growth. Leon argues he has helped her, but Luxion counters that this is the problem. Leon loses his cool and punches Luxion. Brad enters, practicing his swordplay to defeat Leon one day. Leon advises Brad to focus on his magic, but Brad's resolve is unshaken. A brief argument about Marie leads to a duel between Brad and Leon. Leon realizes the prince and his entourage vie for Marie's affection, unlike his treatment of Livia. Leon defeats Brad, who vows to defeat Leon next time, and leaves the deck. Okay, just go. Meanwhile, Marie and her servant, Kyle, tackle a challenging dungeon to retrieve an item for the protagonist. Elsewhere, Julius and Jilk devise a plan to escape the castle, but Queen Mylene rejects it, much to their chagrin. At lunch, Leon, Brad, and Greg discuss plans to take out the remaining Sky Pirates. The pirates ambush them, and Brad and Greg beg Leon to let them help. In her cabin, Livia reflects on her words to Leon and learns of the pirate attack. She reaches the deck, where a pirate in armor confronts her. Brad saves Livia, but is overpowered. On the battlefield, Leon struggles to capture the pirates alive. Luxion notifies him that the pirate leader is on the deck. Leon sees Brad and Greg protecting Livia. Despite his pride, Leon requests his axe, weapon number 3, from Aragon's backpack, and defeats the pirate leader, retrieving the holy necklace. In the aftermath, Livia heals an injury on Brad's right arm, surprising him with her healing capabilities similar to Marie's. Leon enters and tells Greg that Olivia healed Brad. Greg and Leon help Brad inside. Livia tearfully wishes Leon had called her Livia. In his room, Leon admires the pirate treasure and finds documents linking Stephanie to the Sky Pirates. He briefly discusses Livia's mental state. A Redgrave envoy ship approaches. Brad and Greg learn they're taking credit and the bounty for the pirates. Leon suggests reconsidering their disinheritance. On the ship's deck, Leon tells Luxion he plans to return to being a simple mob character. However, Brad and Greg petition the Queen to promote Leon from upper 6th to lower 5th rank. Bernard Fia Atlee sends Leon a thank you letter, rewarding him with a new air bike and a future promotion to upper 5th rank. Leon is distraught by these developments. Outside Holfort Academy, Leon and Luxion inspect the new air bike, Schwert, translated to sword, gifted by Clarice. Leon embraces it affectionately, but Luxion declares he will modify it. Later, Raymond and Daniel try to cheer up Leon, who is sitting glumly in the courtyard. Despite his improved marriage prospects, Leon knows it's due to his status. They discuss the upcoming school trip, which in the original otome game was a chance to grow closer to romantic interests. Leon chooses to visit the floating southern island, where Chris, one of the prince's entourage, is located. Leon is interested in an item there. Brad and Daniel suggest Leon use this opportunity to make amends with both Angie and Livia. That night, on a luxury passenger ship, Leon and Luxion discuss their plans. They notice Angie, Livia, and a haughty woman named Deirdre. Chris, surrounded by ladies, irritates Leon. Angie's former groupies sabotage the engine room, tossing out smoking sticks. The ship arrives at its destination, and Livia laments her loneliness. She meets Leon and Angie at a temple, where a shrine maiden explains the shrine is for marriage. Leon, Livia, and Angie make offerings and pray. Leon hopes they find suitable partners. They receive unique charms, Livia a blue charm, Angie a red charm, and Leon a battle charm, enhancing close-quarter combat and physical attributes. The shrine maiden assumes they prayed for friendship, but their moods suggest otherwise. The next day, the ship leaves the island. Luxion notes that Leon obtained the battle charm to acquire the holy bracelet from a dungeon, where Marie also aims to go. Leon hopes Marie avoids the war route. Elsewhere, a red-eyed female notes that the time is near. On the deck, Chris approaches Leon for a sword duel, leading to a conversation about Chris's swordplay. Suddenly, an alarm sounds, and a swarm of monsters with Fanos crests approaches. Before Leon can react, a monster ship appears, and he is joined by Livia and Angie. The red-eyed female is recognized as Princess Gertrude Serra Fanos by Angie. Gertrude delivers a message declaring war on the Holfort Kingdom and demanding the ship surrender. Angie is distraught, and Leon wonders where he went wrong to trigger this event. With the ship's occupants gathered on the deck surrounded by Fanos soldiers, a man named Galat introduces himself. He divides the passengers into two groups. Those ranked Baron and above will be taken as hostages, while the rest are of no interest. Angie approaches Galat, gives her name, and demands that only she be taken hostage. Galat agrees. Leon tries to intervene but is stopped by two students. Galat orders the students to beat Leon up, and they reluctantly comply. Angie pleads for Galat to stop the beating, but he refuses. Leon is knocked out by a student as Angie is taken aboard the enemy ship. On the Fanos ship, Angie talks with Gertrude and Galat about the war and how only two students stood up for her. Leon is imprisoned, meanwhile, on the passenger ship with Livia, who is distraught about Angie's capture. Chris informs them that everyone will die within an hour and asks for Leon's help. Leon refuses, citing their peers in action. Chris tries to leave but is stopped by Leon, who says he'll only help if everyone else does too. Chris pleads with the students to fight, but they refuse. Leon steps in, calling them wannabe nobles and criticizing their reliance on ancestral success. This riles up the students, particularly Deirdre Fou Roseblade, who becomes infatuated with Leon. The students are motivated to face their captors. Within the ship's hangar, Leon is seen off by Chris and Livia while Gertrude plays a magical flute that controls the monsters outside. Luxion informs Leon that Angie is on the enemy ship, and Leon suspects they have a magical flute controlling the monsters. Leon and Luxion break through the monsters' formation to reach the ship. Chris, piloting his armor, wonders if he'll ever match Leon's combat skills. He coordinates male students to fight the monsters and protect the ship. Deirdre, outside the ship, coordinates the remaining students to erect a barrier and cast spells against the monsters. On the enemy ship, Gertrude is alerted to Leon's presence and speeds up the monster attack. Angie speaks up for the students and praises Leon. Galat confidently claims their cannon will destroy the students' ship. Luxion is surprised by the students' resistance, which Leon attributes to their adventurer heritage and desire for good wives after graduation. Hey, we've all been there. Deirdre uses her magic against the monsters, and Livia heals a staff member. Enemy ships fire cannons at the student ship. Livia casts a protective barrier and fires magic missiles, allowing Leon to invade the enemy ship through its mouth. Galat disparages Leon's actions, but Leon arrives, shoots the soldiers, knocks out Galat, and aims his shotgun at Gertrude, demanding her surrender. Gertrude tries to stall, but Leon sees through it. Luxion reveals that the magical flute Leon holds is a fake, and the maid has the real one. Luxion also shaves off Galat's mustache. I mean, why not while you're there? It needed to be done. Leon escapes on his bike with Angie and Gertrude as the monster holding the ship is defeated. Meanwhile, Galat prepares for a counterattack on another ship. I mean, fight all you like, buddy. Your mustache isn't coming back. Back on the ship, Leon notices Livia's exhaustion. Chris asks for advice, but Galat announces Gertrude's decision to sacrifice herself, and the enemy ships launch an all-out attack. Gertrude releases her magic, and the monsters encircle the ship. Leon rides off to face the monsters, and Angie's charm activates, surrounding her with fire lances. She uses them to support Leon until she finds Livia in a malaised state. Livia feels she has held Angie and Leon back and seeks their acknowledgement as friends. Angie embraces Livia, promising to give her the acknowledgement she desires. The ship is shot at, causing Angie to fall overboard. Livia saves Angie, but another cannon fire sends Angie back onto the ship and Livia overboard. Leon rescues Livia, who scolds him for calling her Olivia. They have a heart-to-heart, and Livia confesses her love for Leon. Leon feels inadequate for her, but Livia persists. Leon returns to the ship with an elated Livia, having called her by her nickname. Livia and Angie embrace tearfully on the deck. The partner appears and attacks enemy ships. Awakens lands and Leon enters it. Galat's fleet is in trouble, but their Black Knight Vandal reassures them. Leon faces Vandal in combat. Livia, Angie, and the students watch and defend the ship. Leon battles Vandal to protect everyone. Leon uses Awakens to dodge enemy attacks. The partner deploys rescue ships. Chris and Deirdre coordinate the evacuation. A sword-wielding black mech launches toward Leon. Leon believes it is the Black Knight. Gertrude calls the Black Knight Vandal from a rescue ship. Livia learns Vandal's backstory from Angie. Leon deploys drones, but Vandal defeats them easily. Leon struggles, so Luxion stows his weapons. A soldier attacks Leon. Vandal slices Leon's stomach. Leon loses his video feed and uses an open area to see. Awakens' performance drops to 70%. Luxion suggests retreat, but Leon refuses. Leon learns Vandal fights for honor and respects him for it. Vandal uses a flash bomb and stabs Awakens. Leon exits with his shotgun. Luxion autopilots Awakens to latch onto Vandal's mech. Leon shows mercy and refuses to kill Vandal. Luxion brings handcuffs and secures the area. Galat releases a signal flare. Gertrude warns of a greater threat. Monsters swarm, but Luxion annihilates them with lasers. Leon claims victory and takes Vandal's sword as a trophy. Leon advises Vandal to retire, as he has lost to students. Around dusk, the pilot tows the enemy's ships. Galat begs for mercy at Leon's feet. Leon claims he will take the manageable armors and ships, while the non-mobile ships will be scrapped. Galat tries to negotiate, but Leon refuses, stating that the winner must be compensated. In the ship's hangar, Luxion asks Leon why he didn't use the ship to deal with the Black Knight. Leon asks about the results. Luxion answers that both Principality and Holfort would consider Leon a significant threat and try to deal with him. This would be unfavorable for a simple mob character like Leon. Leon cannot enter his room. Livia and Angie are sleeping there. He finds the sight pleasant, but wishes they had informed him. Luxion reveals they were tired of waiting. Chris approaches Leon. Leon expects a duel challenge, but Chris declares Leon his goal and vows to catch up to him. As Chris leaves, Leon plans to give Chris credit for the endeavor, much like the Sky Pirates incident. In the Redgrave household, Gilbert tells Angie that Gertrude's punishment is to study abroad. Angie finds this too lenient. Gilbert changes the subject to Leon's romantic life. Angie claims Leon has none. Gilbert is perplexed, as someone with Leon's merit should attract many women. At Holford Academy, Leon enjoys a tea party with Livia and Angie. They discuss having Chris take credit for defeating the Black Knight to regain his family's acceptance. Livia and Angie praise Leon. They ask about Luxion. Leon introduces him, and Luxion explains his background. Fascinated, Livia nicknames him Lux. Leon adopts the nickname happily, but Lux warns him about Julius's plotting. Elsewhere, Julius and his entourage show Marie and Kyle their new mech, built from salvaged parts and costing 500,000 dayas. Marie is shocked and angered by their waste of money. A rematch duel is held. Greg represents the entourage. The entourage's winning condition is Leon's non-interference with their relationship with Marie. Leon plans to throw the fight to ensure their happiness. At the start of the match, Lux reports that Greg's armor will explode due to shoddy construction. Leon tries to warn Greg and the referee, but they ignore him due to his past behavior. Lux offers a solution: destroy the armor to prevent the explosion. Despite his hesitancy, Leon destroys the armor to save Greg. Marie panics upon losing 500,000 dayas due to the loss. Later, Leon complains to Daniel and Raymond about his treatment despite winning. They inform him about an award for capturing Gertrude. Angie takes Leon to the event, hoping to introduce him to her family. At the event, Leon recalls his initial struggles to find a wife and survive student life. He receives a medal and the title of Viscount from Master. Outside, Leon meets Livia, who awaits his answer to her question. He then meets Angie. Leon reflects on his previous goals and his desire to be with both Angie and Livia. Lux comments that Leon is similar to Marie, which irritates Leon. Lux blames Leon for his current situation. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this recap, please like, subscribe, and please share which anime you'd like to see a recap of next. See you soon. Bye.